Today, I'm going to be walking you through the Perrin install that I did on the 06 STI, and boy, what a doozy. The pipes that I had were all dented and were silver. I took a nice black wrinkle paint, painted over them. Looks really good when you're not looking at it. Now, the first step that you're going to want to do is take off your plastic bumper, which will get you to the bumper beam. If you're lucky like me, there's only 2 screws holding that bad boy on there. However, there are 4 of them you have to get off. Once you grab those off, you can take the new bumper mount, slap her on there, find about 3 bolts that fit from your garage, and 1 that you can cross thread on there, and you got yourself a solid bumper beam. Now the next thing you'll want to do is grab that hunk of metal that they call an intercooler, and we're going to try to line up the holes to it so that it'll fit right in there with the 2 bolts that were provided. The best way for me to do this was to sit down on the ground and try to use my feet to help hold it up as I jammed a bolt in there. Next, you're going to want to grab your favorite rubber mallet and just whack it. Damn, look how cool. If you don't have a rubber mallet, then you can use your feet, your hands, whatever else to just beat on it till it's in there. Oh, okay, stop hitting it. Stop, just slide the bolt in there already, would you? Nice. Now you're going to spend probably the next 6 outtakes just trying to get the nut on the bolt. It was a pain in the butt, but I eventually got it on there, and then I had a nice solid intercooler. And of course, you're going to want to repeat this entire thing on the other side. Once you get that done, you're a solid 5% done with the entire install. Now I decided to go the more expensive route and say screw those red couplers. I decided to get some black ones to put on there. It's okay. Next, we're going to want to grab the pipe that barely resembles a W. We're going to install the coupler on the one side, tighten it down, so that we can squeeze that into the hole right by the washer fluid tank. Some people might tell you that you need to remove it. Don't listen to them. They just want you to do more work. After it's weaseled in there, you should be able to attach it to the intercooler side. What you don't want to forget to do is first add your worm ring on there, like I did. Oh, cancel that. Now grab the longest hot side pipe. We're going to put our circle clamp on there, and we're going to kind of shove it down in there right by the battery, and you should be able to kind of swivel it onto the coupler that we put on there. Now, if you still have your coolant overflow tank on there, you will have to remove that and put in either the Perrin one like I have or any other smaller one. But it should kind of fit just like that. Now grab the last hot side pipe. We're going to pre-fit that coupler on there. You can tighten it down on that pipe, and then you can go ahead and just stick it on there, and then you're going to try to point it to the turbo. And at this point you can kind of move the entire system around all that you want. I hadn't tightened any of the clamps up fully yet at this point, so I could kind of swivel things around. But the last piece that we're going to need is actually the turbo coupler, which is this twisty, curvy piece that's going to go from that last hot side pipe to the turbo. So throw your clamps on there and wiggle it around until you can get that thing on. Once you get it all on, at this point, go ahead and just tighten everything down, because we're moving on to the cold side. So there are only 2 cold side pipes, so we're going to grab the smallest one, get all of our clamps ready, and we're going to stick the one side right into the intercooler, and the next one is kind of on my left hand there, going to be angling up. There's going to be a hole in the side of the car that you're going to be putting the larger intercooler pipe in, and it's right there. So grab that girthy tube and we're going to jam it into that gaping hole. Wait, what the f***? Grab the larger of the 2 pipes, and we're going to put it into that hole in the side of the car. You might have to do it at a little bit of an angle, and be careful not to scratch the tube. I did that a lot trying to get this on there, and freaking stupid paint. Once it's laid in there nicely, you're going to probably spend the next couple hours laying on your back trying to connect these 2 tubes together. For me, it was such a pain in the ass, they just didn't quite line up, and it took forever to get that coupler on there. But eventually we got it, and it was able to fit pretty nicely, and it feels really secure. The last part that we need to do here to finish up the tubing is this last coupler from that larger cold side to the throttle body. So go ahead and grab that coupler, grab your rings, and then we're just going to go ahead and tighten it on there, get it nice and secure. And then at that point, you're done with the piping. Looks pretty good. Last part that we're going to be working on here then is going to be the blow-off valve. So I'm using a Greddy blow-off valve, and I'm using the same tubing that was already running to the intake from the top mount intercooler that I had. So no need to change out the hoses or anything like that. So once you get it into that, then you can actually look at the last piece, which is connecting it to the charge pipe up top. Now I needed to take that hose and trim it down a little bit just so that it would fit in between the two. So, you know, weight reduction. And the last part that I had to do is just connect a blow-off valve tube that was already there from the stock blow-off valve. And that's it. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you liked it. If you did like it, hit the like button. That helps boost my video in the algorithms. And then come watch me stream on Twitch. Come ask me questions. That's fine. Twitch is every Tuesday and Thursday, and it's Dan Zernhout, same as the channel name. So thanks again.
He's focusing me hard. I'm gonna...
Got him!
Nice! Fuck yeah!
Yes!
That's how you play it.